Hey everybody, this is the Apple reseller here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a speed comparison between my iPod Touch first generation running iOS 1.1.5 and my iPhone 2G running iOS 3.1.3. So first I'm just going to go to the setting and show you guys that they are running those software. As you can see here, the iPod Touch is running iOS 1.1.5. and the iPhone 2G is running 3.1.3. And I just want to show you guys that these are first generation device. As you can see here, this is the iPod Touch first generation because it does not have the volume button. And this is an iPhone 2G since it has this design, which is the only iPhone with this design. They changed it to a plastic back on the iPhone 3G. So the first thing we're going to do is a startup test. Okay, so I have both devices turned off. As you can see here, when I press the home button, nothing happens, so they're both off. So how we're gonna do the boot up test, pretty much I have them plugged in as you can see here, but the power switch is off as you can see. So we're just gonna turn it on and see which one boot up first. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so they're both off. Let's see which one turns on first. The iPod will probably turn on first because it's running an older software and they both have the same processor and 128 megabyte of RAM. Okay, as you can see, the iPod Touch booted up first. And then we're still waiting on the iPhone. Okay, the iPhone is just about done. So there's definitely a difference in boot up time between iOS 1 and iOS 3. Now, there are very few apps I can get for the iPhone, and then the iPod Touch doesn't even have an app store because that came with iOS 2, so I won't be able to test any third-party app, but I can test the stock app, which is everything that you get with an iPhone. So let's start off with Safari. We're gonna continue anyway, so we're just gonna load apple.com, and it looks like the first gen iTouch is loading it faster, but it's not gonna display correctly as you will see. It doesn't display the image, it only displays the text. And then we're still waiting on the iPhone. Now, even though the iPhone is slower, it does display the image correctly, or at least it does display the image while the iPod Touch 1 does not. And then we're still waiting on it to be done. Alright, looks like it's just about done, and now it's done. And as you can see, even though oh my god, it's like lagging. Even though the iPod Touch loaded it faster, the iPhone loaded correctly, even though it takes a long time. Okay, so now we're gonna try the calendar app. Alright, looks like the iPod Touch loaded up first. And then let's try the photo app. Okay, the iPod Touch went again. And let's load contact. Well, let me try that again. So the iPod Touch was still a little bit faster there, but just a little bit. And let's try the YouTube app. I know it doesn't work anymore, but let's see which one launch it first. Okay, so the iPod Touch won there again. And let's try the stock app. Okay, so the iPhone loaded it first, but the iPod Touch refreshed it first. So I'm gonna say that it's a tie. And let's try the map app. The iPhone went there. Let me try again. Okay, so the iPod Touch 1 there. And let's try the weather app. So the iPod Touch 1 again. As you can definitely see the difference between iOS 1 and iOS 3 on first generation device. So let's do clock next. iPod Touch 1 again by a little bit. And let's do the calculator. Oh, the iPhone was actually a little bit faster there. And let's do the Notes app. Okay, so the iPhone 1 there by a little bit. And let's do the Setting app next. So the iPod Touch 1 there. And then let's do the Music app, which is the same as the iPod app on the iPhone. So the iPod Touch 1 there, but I have music on the iPhone and not on the iPod Touch. So that might be why it won, but the iPod Touch did win there. And then let's try the iTunes app. I know they both don't load, but let's just see which one opens it first. So I guess the iPod Touch 1, since it loaded faster. Or wait, hold on, the iPhone, yeah, the iPhone just crashes when you load the iTunes. So let's just say the iPod Touch 1, because at least it opened without crashing. And yeah, there's not much else I can test on this comparison because these are both very old devices running very old software, and obviously I can't get 30-party app because the iPod Touch doesn't have the App Store, and then the apps for the iPhone 2G now are very limited. This is just like a fun speed test I want to do. I know it doesn't really mean anything since who uses these devices anyways, like as a daily driver. So, but this is just something fun I want to do. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think of it, and I'll see you guys next time.